Hi, welcome back to our Business English videos and class. My name is Andrea Cabeza. Today I will be accompanied by Arturo Lugo, a classmate of mine. Today we're going to give a brief explanation of a mind map that we did for our English business class. And we're going to talk about how conversational English is inadequate to achieve our business or career goals. And we're going to treat four major points. The first is business in general. The second, business management. The third, the constitutive point of view of communication. And the fourth and final, the 6 global professional competences. To begin to talk about business, first we need to know about the market needs. These needs need to be identified, satisfied, and anticipated of. To give an example, we can talk about the shortage of foods in Venezuela, of alimentary supplies. With this shortage, we can identify the need of a food supplier, let's say a milk supplier. I, as a milk supplier, I can identify this need in the market. Second of all, to satisfy this need, I can begin to import milk from other countries. And to anticipate any casualty during this process of business, I can buy larger amounts of milk for when I don't have enough money or the sales begin to go low. Now we're going to continue by talking about business management. In business management, there are 4 major functions. First of all, planning. Second, organizing. Third, leading. And the fourth, controlling. With the first one, planning, this is where I ask myself, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to sell milk. How am I going to do it? By importing milk from other countries. And now the second, organizing. Task and resource allocation. Where am I going to sell it? How am I going to sell it? Third, the leading function. And this is one of the most important functions, because this is where the magic happens. This is the intangible part of business management. And if I work with a team of workers, I need to lead them into the correct path. And controlling. In this fourth and final section is where I evaluate first of all, the numbers, if I get any profit from my business, and if the morale is high in my company. Now, let's move on to the constitutive point of view of communication. We need to know that this is basically the mind map, because remember, conversational English is inadequate to achieve our career goals. That means that the way we have been communicating during the 7 semesters that we have in the career, we have been doing it wrong, because we have been using the informational point of view of communication, and that point is inadequate. We need the constitutive point of view. Why? Because the constitutive point of view of communication has a more complex nature. We can talk about more complex subjects and more specific ones also. This is precisely needed for negotiations. Why? We need this point of view of communication for negotiation. It is very important to negotiate and persuade with the people we want to sell the product to. For example, if I want to sell my milk, I need to persuade the buyers that this is the best milk, and also the best in the market, and the one with the lowest price. Why? Why do I need to persuade? Because resistance is expected. We are not going to get things easy. We need the constitutive point of view of communication to transmit our idea, our goal.
Hi teacher, welcome back. I'm gonna talk about the global professional competencies that we have to exceed in to achieve our business goals or business objectives, whatever you want to call it. There's 6 of them, which are, first of all, acquire native-like proficiency. That means that you have to speak fluently like a native person in English, of course. Relearning key business concepts from different functional areas. That means that you have to have a certain level of knowledge in every area that you work in. Challenge critical thinking. That means that you have to be very precise, that you have to have a very sharp mind when we talk about decision making. That means define or challenge your critical thinking. Expand quantitative and skill data and sufficiency capabilities. That means that you have to have certain growing as a person, as a worker, as a business model. Improve public speaking skills. That means that you have to be very comfortable when you're talking to a large number of people in order to them to be very consistent and very sharp when you're trying to express what you're trying to do. Sharp business judgment. That means that you have to be very mindful, very careful, and very on point when you do business, because you can have a blurry mind or a not judgmental capability of having good business traits. Talking about business in general, we have to be very mindful of remember that we have to take in mind the 4 P's. That means the marketing mix, which are, the first P is product, price, place, promotion. Product, talking about an item, a product that you will distribute, a price that you have to put on the process, a place when you're going to sell the product, and promotion, propaganda, or something that you will promote to elevate sales or anything to let the people know about your product. That was our presentation. Thanks you, teacher, and see you next time.